Hi, I'm going to try to make this a pretty quick video on cleaning the PS4. Now this is my girlfriend's PS4. I believe this is the slim model. Now you can see here it does need to be cleaned. I will be cleaning this in a little bit. You can use various things. I will use a vacuum cleaner on here and get all this stuff out. What about the front right here? You see the little air vent holes? And what about your USB plugs? Those are absolutely hard to clean. Now I can use something like a toothbrush here and clean this. That's not an issue. But what I found works pretty well is just some type of plastic toothpick here. And you can see I can just, look at that. And most of this will come out. And then I can take the vacuum cleaner and just suck anything remaining up. This is just to unblock the air vents. Now let's check here. Ooh, wow. I hope you can see the dust and dirt. Now I will, of course, now I'm just doing this real lightly. I do not want to push any dirt or dust in there. I'm just trying to break it up here, and the vacuum cleaner will pull this right off. What about in the USB ports? Now that's something completely different. It is a lot harder to clean these ports out. Now I can stick this up in here and get a lot of this stuff out. You can get the top a little bit, and you can see like that. Now I'm going to show you how I clean the inside of these. Unfortunately, I do not have everything ready because it's really hard to, I don't want this to dry. Now this is just some lens cleaning wipes. Now this is my little cleaner tool that I just got crap on. Right here. Now what this is from is just a scoop that came out of a thing of Kool-Aid. I cut it, I ground down the bottom because there's a little bump type thing there, and then I rounded off and made it rounded off on the edges, and this fits perfectly up in there. And you're going, okay, it's plastic, what's that going to do? Well, that's why we have this. We have the cleaner. Now if you don't have something like this, you can always make something like this. Just a small thin piece of cardboard. Now I recommend making it longer. Now I'm just showing you for demonstration purposes. This is off our macaroni and cheese we're going to be having tonight. It is really thin. And what you do is you fold it like that. And then you can stick it up in there. Now I'm not going to stick it all the way up because I'll never get it out. In and out. But what you'll do is you'll have this wrapped over the top and bottom of it, and that'll clean it. Now let me open this up, get a piece cut, and I'll show you how I clean the USB plugs on my girlfriend's PS4. Now I am going to clean this fully today, but mostly I'm just going to scrape it with this, even down here where all this crud is. And you can see I'm getting a lot of that out. And then I'll use the vacuum cleaner and just suck this out right here and clean it up. Alright, let's get to the USB ports. I apologize, I will have to set this phone down. So, forgive me for this. Now, if you don't want to make something like this, you can cut these down to where they will fit in there, and that one's a little too big right here. Right here. Hopefully I cut that right. If not, I'll just have to cut a little bit more. But you can actually leave these folded up, cut them down the right width, and it'll go up in there. Now let's take some of this right here, just wrap it around. Once again, I'm having to do this with one hand. I have to apologize. This is not easy to do with one hand. And you can see, let me get that out there, how that is just wrapped around there. And you can see stuff on here, I hope. You can see dirt. And you can see in there that is much, much cleaner on the inside. And if you can't get all of it this way, of course, once again, you can always use something like this toothpick to get any extra out. Like that. It brings it more or less to the front. And you can make one that will fit over the top as well, just by using a really thin piece of cardboard. Unfortunately, this is really hard for me to do. I only need one piece, not like two or three. It really needs to be cut to the right size. And your cardboard needs to be a little bit stiff. And there you go. And that's how I clean the USB plugs on her PS4. As far as the PS4 itself, I generally just take a vacuum cleaner to it. She has a lot of dirt here. I take a vacuum and suck all this out. I have never tore this down. I don't plan on tearing it down. I will wipe this down also. Once I vacuum it, I will wipe it down with one of these, or just something like a paper towel that's a little bit damp, to make sure I get any dirt and dust out. But I've yet to see someone clean here the USB ports themselves. Once again, if you do not have any piece, I do not use anything but plastic. Don't use metal if possible. Always use something like plastic. If you don't have a cup like this, you can get a plastic knife, plastic spoon, plastic fork, cardboard, anything that'll fit up in here, right there, and one of these to clean it with. And you can see okay, that's it. I'm fixing to go. I just wanted you to see how I clean her USB ports, because they do actually get dirty too up in there. And when they do, this doesn't connect very well. Now you can also use the same process to clean in here. But once again, this plastic is made to fit in here. And I believe it would be a little bit too big for this. Yeah, you can see that is too big. That's when something like a small thin piece of cardboard would come in handy, because that will absolutely fit in there. And if you have your cleaner wrapped around your cardboard, it'll clean in here too. Right there. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go because I'm just going to vacuum this out. Give it a good just wipe down. Um, but once again, to clean your USB ports, there's a variety of ways to do it. This is the best way I found to do it, which is just a piece of plastic handle off of a scoop. I believe this came out of a large container of Kool-Aid. Um, Anything that's plastic that you can grind down or cut down to fit in there, make sure, see if it fits perfectly. And not all scoops will fit. You may have to grind them or cut them down. Not all scoops will perfectly fit in there. And this is the way I ground it down. Which is my Win rotary tool. It works it works great. It was a lot cheaper than a Dremel, and it works fantastic. Even the flexible shaft on this works fantastic. I did use this bit right here outside when I installed my part for my batteries, the USB and the 12 volt plugs. I actually rounded the hole out with this. So, but alright, that's it. I am fixing to go, and then I have to finish cleaning this up. Always make sure you try to get everything you can off or away from your vents first, if possible. And try not to never use a can of spray air to blow this in your PS4. You don't want it going inside the PS4. Alright, that's it. I'm finishing to go. Everyone have a good day. I hope this helps if you want to clean your USB ports. Of course, this will also work for ports on a computer or a laptop. That's it. Bye. Okay, here's what it looks like after I cleaned it. You can see they look really nice up in there. Now, I just vacuumed the side out. You can see it got mostly everything off of there. I just did a quick vacuum job all the way around. So if your PS4 is overheating, or if your controller's not charging, or if you're having problems with your controller connecting, you definitely need to clean your USB ports. And you can see they both look nice and shiny. Also, make sure you try to get as much clean here. Now, this was just a quick hit with the vacuum cleaner, a little bit with the toothpick, and then a quick hit with a vacuum cleaner. And over here I just hit it with the vacuum cleaner. Now you can see I will not get everything off, like at the top there, because I did not want to disconnect the PS4 and flip it over. But I could do a much better job with the vacuum cleaner if I just aimed it up right there. I could have got most of that off. But as far as the air vents go, the air vents are nice and clean. And once again, right there. Now, I did hit this a little bit, cleaned it a little bit, and it'll plug right in and have a good connection, and it's nice and clean now. Once again, unless you have to tear your PS4 apart, don't do it. If you can, possibly just give it a quick clean every couple weeks to make sure dirt doesn't build up and get up in there. I clean this way probably once every 2 to 3 weeks. Depends on how much she plays on it, my girlfriend. But once again, this is the way, especially the way you clean your USB ports. And the little tool or using a piece of cardboard can work on laptops, the USB ports on desktops, laptops, PS4, whatever, takes a USB connection. And I do not like using metal. I always use some type of plastic or some type of cardboard to clean these with. However you clean it, that's up to you. But once again, this is basically with me just hitting it with the vacuum cleaner and cleaning the ports. It basically took, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes, maybe, to do both USB ports and just vacuum out the air vents. Um, our vacuum cleaner does not have a small um, vacuum end, so where it gets really small. If you have one that'll fit between here, it'll clean much, much better. You know, other than that, anyway, I mainly did this because I have yet to see someone make how to clean out the USB ports on your PS4, such and such, PS5, or, you know, even your computer. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go. Everyone have a good day. Bye.